Hey, what's good, Jay? On the Segway here. But we're not in the Segway. Today's video, yeah, I guess I could say today's video. Today's video is going to be me riding in Las Vegas, once again with the Nami this time, and I'm going to be riding with the Las Vegas crew. So I look forward to this ride. I've met these guys on Facebook. Well, one of the guys, Jake. I've been talking to a couple of other members of the group on Facebook, and I'm finally going to be in Vegas long enough to actually go for a ride with them. So hopefully you guys enjoy the footage. This is just going to be a ride video. I think the total miles is going to be like 30 miles, but I'm going to actually ride longer. So my total distance will probably be more like 40 to 50 miles because I have to ride from where I'm at right now to where the meeting spot is going to be at. So, and that's another like 10, 11 miles from where I'm at right now. So I'm going to ride down there. I'm going to bring my chargers with me, charge up at the meeting spot, because the meeting spot, it is a lot of plug-ins or whatever where you can plug your scooter in and actually, you know, charge up. So if you're going to go for a ride, you'll be good to go. We're going to go do that little ride. I'll give you guys some footage. The Skydio 2 went down, you know, so I ain't going to have no drone footage. I do have the Mavic Air 2 with me, but it's going to be kind of like, you know, night hours, so probably won't get to see anything anyways, even if I did have the Skydio. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. All right, get ready, get your popcorn, and let's go. All right, guys, so we got the Nami right here. About to go ride down to Henderson, Nevada, and meet up with the crew. Taking my sweet behind time because I'm trying to use as less battery as possible. Plus, I have a bunch of time available to do this. So, without further ado, when I see you guys, we're going to be with the crew. See you in a little bit. Alright, guys, so this part of the video, I was kind of like giving the Nami a little ride. I was heading out to Cycle Gear. I was looking to get me some hand warmers because, like, I ain't have nothing to keep my hands warm. And I was like, man, you know what? The high temperature for that day was like 58 degrees. And I was like, you know, when you're riding, your hands get cold. So I was like, I need something to keep my hands warm. So I was just taking the long way, the scenic route, if you will. And this trail right here I was on was the Flamingo Arroyo Trail, right? And basically this trail takes you to, it's like the Sunrise Trailhead, which kind of goes all the way east, which is pretty much like by the Henderson area of Las Vegas, which is like southeast-ish, just before you kind of leave the Vegas area and head towards like Boulder, Nevada, or Boulder City, which is bringing you actually closer to the Hoover Dam. But anyways, this trail right here, this is a trail I actually ride all the time at night when I go to Vegas. If I do take the trail and I take this trail and go out this way, this direction, I'm always here at night. So it was actually kind of interesting to see this during the daytime. This road ends, and it ends at a cul-de-sac. Not really a cul-de-sac, just a little traffic circle, like a little circular turnaround point. Along this street at night, y'all, people be like parked up, you know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter. I usually get to Vegas like late Monday nights / early morning Tuesdays, and people will be out here. If you can look to the right, there's like a lot of dirt parking, you know, areas. You see where that Camaro is to the right, this guy's parked. People will be parked all over this area here, and the car's ahead of me right here, and it's part of the video. People will be parked out here. I don't know what they be doing, making out, getting high, conversing with each other, maybe just staring at the stars, because often Vegas does have like clear nights, you know, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Now, this part of the trail right here, right where I'm riding, if you guys look up, I want to say about 5 months ago, 4 to 5 months ago, before it actually started getting cold, there were dudes out here on some old, you know, on some old cowboy shit, riding horses like in the middle of the night. It was like freaking 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had my headlights on, and I ran into the first dude, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? They just kind of trotting along on horses in the middle of the night. I was like, wow. I saw the one horse at first, and then maybe about 2 seconds later, I saw like another 3 of them, and then there were like two last ones like riding together. It's actually kind of cool out here. Like, if you guys ever get to ride around Vegas, if you have that type of range, because from where I parked my truck at to this point, it's already about 18 miles. So if you have that type of range, you know, maybe you might start off somewhere a lot, you know, closer in distance. Up here where I'm riding right now, if you look to the right, that's where, you see how I kind of looked off to the right there? That's where one night when I was riding, it was about 3:30 in the morning, and some kid had a freaking Dodge Dart out there, and he was stuck. And I was like, you guys see the video, right? You see where I'm riding, right? like, how does a car end up on this trail, especially when they had the bars at the beginning to kind of keep, you know, full-size vehicles from going out on this bike path / pedestrian trail. But anyway, son ended up out there anyway, and he buried his front wheels in some sand, because off to the left and to the right, it can be soft or it can be packed sand. You don't know what you're really going to step in until you step on it. A lot of that stuff look like it's packed and it's not. Here's a little 360 camera view of the Nami. You know, you can look at the suspension do its work while I talk to you guys. So I ended up trying to find some help for him in a neighborhood that was, you know, a local neighborhood, and I wasn't gonna knock on nobody's door, so I was like, let me just ride around until I find somebody. And if that somebody outside is looking, if they have a vehicle that, like a 4Runner, or, you know, a couple of people have side-by-sides with winches and stuff like that, maybe they'd be willing to help. I know it's kind of random, but I wasn't gonna just knock on nobody's door. I ended up not finding anybody, but I told him, I said, hey, if I'm not back in 30 minutes, I need you to get out and leave the car here and find somebody. Like, go for a walk, or just sleep in your car for the rest of the night, and maybe somebody will come help you, because this entire area where you see me riding the Nami right now is an OHV area. A lot of people have side-by-sides, they take 4-wheelers, and there's a lot of like jumps, dirt bikes, maybe like Surrons, you know, those type of electric bikes. You can actually ride them out here on the dirt paths that kind of crosses or intersects this paved path that you guys see me riding on right now. So they have all that type of stuff out here. So like I said, if you guys are in Vegas, there's a Las Vegas crew on Facebook. Those guys are super dope as hell. You guys are gonna see me riding with them a little bit later in this video, but I had to do a voiceover because it was too much wind while I was talking in this part of the video. So I'm gonna cut it right here, and then we're gonna go and shoot off to a little bit further down in the video. Wait, boy. All right, we got 77% battery, 75 volts, and we have ridden so far 21 miles. So 60. I think I could get about 90-mile range. This is it's about 57 degrees outside right now. You know, it ain't all that cold, but it's not optimum warmth temperatures either. So Nami's doing good, guys, doing good. I got about 210 miles on the odometer. Oh, this is kind of cool. And so it's still relatively new. It's still pretty much new. I don't think scooters really break in until you get about 400 or 500 miles. I mean, that's just my theoretical thoughts. That's not accurate. That's not like scientifically proven. So you can take my word as just mouth to ear. Don't take it as religion. But yeah, it ain't doing too bad now. I will say the last 3 miles that I just rode was pretty much downhill-ish with a little bit of uphill pieces here and there. So that battery percentage could be, you know, it could be a little lower than it is right now. However, I got to climb all that shit right now and then some. So we'll see where we're at when we get to cycle gear. I'm going to cycle gear because I'm going to get me some glove inserts, some warm weather glove inserts, because my hands be getting kind of cold here at night. It's really pretty much the only thing. If you wear a full face helmet like I got on right now, you won't really get cold. I mean, I ride my motorcycle in the cold and, you know, at much higher speeds, and my face don't get cold. It's really the my hands. So I'm gonna go on ahead and get some hand inserts if they have any. Hopefully they have some. They might not, because, you know, even though it's 57, 58 degrees right now in Vegas, this is still really cold to the people who live here, because they're used to 110, you know, plus temperatures when the seasons come back around. Here in Vegas, it should probably be in another month, which right now is January. Well, it's February 1st, I think now. But about March time frame, it should be like 70s, high 70s, 80s during the day, maybe even 90s, depending on what type of season or what type of year it is. You know how the weather is different every year. It's not always extremely consistent. You always have little differences with the weather. But yeah, this is what we got right now. So I'm just riding. I am 3.8 miles from cycle gear, so I'm going to go over there, get my inserts, and ride to the starting point. And I think we're all meeting up at 6 p.m. This is Wednesday, January 31st. I mean, this is Tuesday, sorry, January 31st, 2022. We're gonna meet. Damn, this thing rides really good over these bumps like this, guys. Now I'm seeing what people are saying. We're gonna go over. I got some videos for you guys because I do want to compare the Victor to the Nami, and even though they aren't comparable scooters, like as far as competition, like competing wise, they have their differences. And I was actually going to mention, I can mention one of them, the suspension, right? So the Dualtron Victor, it's like riding with the way that the suspension is set up. That's some Assassin's Creed Stack the Rocks type shit right there. All right, look, I can't do it to y'all no more. I had to do the voiceover on this part. So I was basically talking about the Dualtron suspension, how they just have those cartridges. And in the cartridges, they have like, they use different colors for the inserts inside the cartridges, and the inserts will have different softness levels depending on the color. So they're identified by color, so you know how hard or how stiff your suspension would be if you buy that cartridge specifically. And I was comparing that to the Nami scooter. The Nami has dampening, and you can adjust the dampening on the fly with the little red knob on the back of the spring, or on top of the spring rather, and then you got the shock, and then you can adjust the actual spring itself on the very bottom with a special tool. And I was just saying that Dualtron scooters in general, not every single Dualtron, I think when you start getting up to like the Dualtron X, the real big boy, your suspension is a little different. I don't know, I have to look at it first. I should probably be doing that before I even commentate on this video. But I was basically saying the Dualtron Victor, which is what I have, right? The Victor is almost like riding a scooter with just dampening when you look at the design of the suspension, versus the Nami, you got dampening and spring rate that you can adjust. You know, you can really adjust the full stiffness of your scooter on a fly without having to buy different cartridges and then have to go through the process of installing them. So the Nami, you know, when you're riding the Nami, you could feel the difference of the spring and dampening versus the Victor having just dampening. Now the Victor on terrain like this, like what you see in the video, where there's a lot of little small cracks and little bumps, the Victor actually does very, very well. It's like I said, it's just like riding with just the dampening, and it handles that very, very well. That's basically what I was saying on this part of the video. So we're going to go on ahead and skip to the next part of the day. Wish I would have had the camera rolling, guys, when I went into cycle gear over here in Henderson, Nevada. The freaking guy behind the counter, you know, I came inside with my scooter and I put it off to the side, literally off to the side, out of the way. So, you know, let's just say if there was an emergency, people could, you know, it wouldn't be in nobody's way, up against the wall. This freaking numbnut, he's going to turn around and make a big deal about me bringing my scooter in. Well, I said, guy, I'm not going to fucking leave a $5,000 scooter sitting outside. I don't care how nice you think your neighborhood is, you know, just not gonna, it ain't gonna happen. And then he's just like, oh, well, you know, I just customers. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm the only one in here. What you talking about, customers? There ain't no damn customers, and I'm gonna be way on up out of here before customers even think about trying to come here. Not to mention the fact that the scooter was off to the side, guys, off to the side, like against the wall. You telling me customers gonna be hounding up against the wall? Like, come on, man. You know, I expected better. I've never been in a cycle gear where, you know, I had to even deal with anything anywhere near close as stupid as that. Was like a stupid interaction. The guy could have just simply said, hey, how you doing? I was even greeting myself. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? This guy just sitting there looking at me like a freaking robot. Like he don't know how to, he don't have any artificial intelligence programming in his freaking brain. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, I'm geared up right now. You'd have thought I came in here on a freaking sport bike or something. This guy looking at me like I'm freaking ET, and I'm like, damn, guy, at least say how you doing back or something, and then say something about, you know, could you park your scooter outside? And then I'm gonna tell you, go fuck yourself, because I'm not parking my scooter outside. People will try to be off with your stuff in a heartbeat, and they're just gonna stand around and say, oh, well, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to hear no sorry. How about we just keep it safe and keep my little 5.5 foot long scooter inside this big old store somewhere in the cut, and we don't have to worry about nobody stealing it. All right, let's just play safe here. Let's look out for fellow riders, whether electric or gasoline powered. Freaking lum nuts. Anyways, rant over. I'm confused. What happened to the road signs here? What happened to the O and only? Oh, that's interesting. Damn.
That's what I call getting your shit pushed in.
All right, we out here riding with the Vegas crew, or part of the Vegas crew. Look at that shit, y'all. Look at that. That shit is fire, son. That shit is fire. All right, we in sport mode right now. I still have custom mode, which gives me more power, and then X mode that gives me even more power. All right. This shit is loud. Let's get some wheelie action. Get that front wheel up. I got the video on. Damn. Got that 33 miles an hour going on. Whew, 33 mile an hour wheelies on a Recon. Got the whole crew. All right, we got downtown Henderson, Nevada, guys. This is the downtown area. It's pretty quiet out here, but it's pretty nice. It's not too shabby. Hey, you guys, look at the vibration in the screen. I have image stabilization on. Look at the vibration. You see that? That's that dang bent rim that I have in the back of my Nami. That's what it's like riding. My eyes actually looks like this while I'm riding. It's horrible, horrible. I'm just waiting for them to send me, let's see, what's today's date? It is the 8th. Michael Shaw said on the 10th of February, he'll be able to send me out 2 rims. Boy, I can't wait. Get it, get it. God damn, 33 mile an hour wheelies. Shit.
With the navigator? Oh, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it because I'm driving around.
Alright, we out here on the packed gravel, moving and grooving. Alright, Nami got 66% battery after 18.7 miles. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. That is not good. We are doing a group ride, so this is a different type of range test from what I'm usually used to doing. This is not really a range test, but this is kind of this is to give some of you guys who like to do group rides an idea on what to expect from a Nami if you weigh about, I think my rider weight right now is about 210 pounds, maybe a little bit more. We'll see what the average speed was for this whole ride once we get to, once I shut the app down. You guys will get to see what the average speed was, but we've juiced it a few times, and It is pretty cold out here, so I'm looking at around 45 to 50 miles real world range during a group ride. So as you guys know, group ride ranges is much different than solo runs, because solo, depending on what type of rider you are, you might actually run harder than you would on a group ride. Me, I actually ride a lot slower. 18 to 20 miles an hour is kind of my comfort spot. That's on the high side, but there are times where I would go faster. If you guys see my previous video, you see I was going about 29-30 on the pedestrian bridge before I actually tapped the ball a little bit. So I'm out of my element going that fast, just by the way. But yeah, so we're going ahead. We're just gonna keep hitting these trails up. I'll probably keep the camera rolling just to give you guys something to watch. You guys can kind of watch us ride a little bit, since it's not super slow, but even though slow is relative. We're on, this is kind of like a packed loose gravel. I mean, very fine loose. All right, guys, we got the Nami Burn-E right now. Pops, his Recon died, ran out of juice, so Pops had to go get his van so that he can pick up his Recon. All right, so Pops had to go get his van, and we were only about 5-point-something miles away from his van, so he had to go get his van so that he can go pick his Recon up and I guess take it home. I think he lives in his van. So just so you know, Pops went on ahead and rode his son, who's Jake. Jake is the one that invited me to this ride. He's the one that's popping the wheelies. I'm gonna do a compilation wheelie video for him. This man always got that front wheel in the air. But anyways, his Pops went to his van to go pick it up so he can come back and get his Surron. To get his Recon, which battery died on him. The battery on his Surron is pretty old, has a lot of miles on it, so it doesn't hold the range as well as, like let's say Jake's Surron does. So it died on us kind of unsuspectingly. Recons are sort of basic as far as information goes. You're going to get your voltage and something else, I think battery percent, on a little mini LED display, and that is it. You will need to have your own speed meter. I will always recommend a Garmin device or something similar that'll actually have a very accurate speedometer readout for you, but cell phone apps are always good as well. But he went on ahead and picked his van up, came back and got it, and this is me starting my ride back to my truck. After parting ways with them, they offered me a ride to my truck, but I said, no, I think I got enough range here. At this part of the video, I had about 44% battery, which was 71 volts. So I want to give a shout out to the Las Vegas riders. One of the gentlemen, I can't remember his name, but he gave me a sticker. I really should have taken him up on his offer. I don't know if you guys are ever going to see this, but thanks for offering your home to me to have some popcorn and sit under a fire. That really sounded good, and then I could have let my Nami charge up so that, when I do decide to head home, I can kind of fly instead of riding 15 miles per hour. As you guys can see, I'm actually going 15 on a dot. It was a really cool day, really good ride. As the weather warm up, we'll get more range out of these electric vehicles. Those Recons are animals. Pop's Recon has a lot of miles on it, so his battery was pretty much like fried up, He said he ordered a new one, it just hasn't gotten here yet. And those batteries for those things are like $3,000, guys, for the big battery pack. So Jake's, his Recon, he still had enough juice to even make it home. If his Pops, if his Pops brought his Recon back, he would have been able to make it back, and go back home with the battery that he has. It was a good ride. I'll give you guys a quick recap when I get back to the truck. So I'll cut this short because I'm going to be riding slow, and riding slow footage is boring. So see you guys when I get back to the truck. White leather gloves don't secret. Buckles on the jacket, that's elite shit. What's up, y'all? Anyways, today was a long day. I started my day today at like 11 o'clock as far as with the Nami, and I've been gone all day. It is now 38 minutes after midnight, okay? And I'm finally back at the truck. I am cold, I am hungry, I am tired. This was a really cool day though. I got to meet up with the Las Vegas scooter riders. They gave me a sticker. Let me show you guys. I'm actually gonna put this on a Nami. Las Vegas electric scooter, or electric riders. So check that out. Yeah, that was actually gifted to me. I thought that was super cool. They usually give this only to people who are consistent riders, people who come out often and ride. And even though this was my first ride, and I don't know when is the next time I'm actually gonna get to ride with them, but I will make my efforts, you know, when I do see it be impossible to actually get out and ride. It was cool, and then the temperature got cool, right? And then the Nami, let's talk about the Nami real quick, okay? I was not really impressed. Well, maybe I was. Okay, so I was riding with 3 Recons and 1 Surron. Now, one of the Recons was getting dumb range. I was like, how is he getting such good range? And the crazy thing about that Recon is it is a 72 volts, like dirt bike, mountain bike kind of thing. He always seemed to have about 2 to 3 volts more than I did the whole day. You know, and I started with a very full charge, and he rode about 3 miles to the meeting point. So that's actually impressive from from the Recon's point. I mean, he didn't even worry about charging, and he kept asking me. He was like, well, hey, how much power do you have? And I was always within, like I said, about 2 to 3 volts from his Recon. Now, the stock Recon and the stock Surron, they couldn't hang as far as range goes. One of the girls, she had a Surron. I think she was the only one with a Surron. And then we had another gentleman with a fireblade or something, electric, kind of like a bike. Those two had to charge up. You know, definitely they had to charge up more often. I literally only charged once, and that was before we started the ride. I had a full charge, and I was able to do the whole ride and then get back to my truck with, I think the resting battery percentage was like 11% battery, and the volts was like 63.9 or something like that. So I was actually impressed with the Nami, but I wasn't. I kind of wanted more range, but guys, it is cold. You do lose about, there's no real number to tell you how much percentage of battery range you lose when you actually ride it in the cold. But you could tell it's not normal. I'm gonna look at the Relive app to see what the average speed was, so I can give you guys an accurate speed. So we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, in a second. But before I get into that, because I'm not going to do this again, like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, okay? I wanted to share a little bit of a group ride with you guys. Chop this video down like crazy. A lot of parts is just too cold for me to like turn the GoPros on and kind of get some of the footage. But yeah, this guy was doing 33-mile-an-hour freaking wheelies with an electric, Recon. That was pretty dope. So yeah, man, like I said, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Comment below, what do you guys want to see, because I don't really know what y'all want to really see. I just record something and I upload it to YouTube and hope you guys like it, So if there's something that I haven't shown you that you guys want to see, let me know, okay? Just put it down below in the comments. And let's talk scooters, all right? I kind of want to make a video where I'm just going to ask you guys a lot of questions, because people ask me what type of scooter should I get, and it really depends on a lot of little things, So I want to kind of make a video letting you guys know what type of questions you should probably ask yourself when looking for another scooter or looking for your very first scooter, okay? Because a lot of things need to be considered. So I'll catch you guys later, man. Thanks for watching again. I really appreciate your support. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? I will see you on the next one. Peace.